Why do so many Western mystical experiences resemble the trances of Hindu yogis or the excesses of charismatic revivals? Take Saint Teresa of Avila for example. Her descriptions of divine encounters marked by overwhelming ecstasy, fainting, and a kind of spiritual sweet pain read eerily similar to Kundalini awakenings or the so-called drunk in the spirit phenomena of modern Pentecostals. The famous Bernini sculpture of her ecstasy only reinforces the impression that something here goes beyond mere Christian mysticism and into a realm of sensory overload that Orthodox saints would warn against. The emphasis in these experiences is not on ascetic struggle, virtue, or participation in God's uncreated energies, but on transient emotions, bodily sensations, and overwhelming rapture. Contrast this with the Orthodox understanding of mystical experience. Saints like Saint Gregory Palamas and Saint Seraphim of Syro describe encounters with the uncreated light, but these are never accompanied by the kind of physical convulsions or emotional heights that Western mystics often describe. Instead, they speak of noetic illumination, deep peace, and profound humility, not bodily euphoria. These experiences, as articulated by Eastern saints and fathers, are what St. Paul referenced when he spoke of being filled with the fullness of God. They still have a mystical, transcendent element to them, but are not marked by overly emotional or frenzied sensations. Could it be that many of these Western mystical experiences, rather than being true encounters with God, are instead signs of Prelest? Saint Ignatius Bryncheninov and others warn that experiences tied to physical sensations, intense emotions, or overpowering rapture are likely not from God, but from the passions, or worse, demonic deceptions. The Orthodox tradition teaches hesychasm, the stilling of the soul, and the purifying of heart, not an intoxication of the senses. If an experience overwhelms the body rather than leading to true spiritual sobriety, we should be asking, is this really divine grace, or is it something else? Orthodoxy preserves intact the mystical elements of the faith without giving way to delusions and sensationalism. Yet neither does it abandon reason and logic. It is the perfect and only sufficient religion to reach both the heart and mind of a man. Another curious aspect about this is that most, if not all, of these ecstatic, strange experiences occurred with post-schism Catholic saints, whereas prior to the schism, even the West placed a stronger emphasis on not giving heed to such experiences. And lest we think Teresa of Avila is an isolated incident, consider the stories of Saint Mariam Bawardi and Saint Joseph of Cupertino. Mariam, who would fall into trances and speak in unknown tongues while being violently assaulted by demons. Joseph, whose levitations were so uncontrollable and frantic, he had to be secluded and was even suspected of demonic possession in his own time. The pattern is consistent. These experiences grow more bizarre, more physical, more theatrical after the schism. Pre-schism saints warned against deception, emphasizing inner stillness, humility, and transformation of the soul over visions and ecstasies. Post-schism Catholic mystics, however, seemingly embraced many experiences that were indistinguishable from possession or hysteria. Whatever changed after 1054, the shift in mystical experiences tells its own story.